Hello and welcome to First String Podcast. I am Lady A. We have an amazing show for you today. Everyone's backstage. We have the one and only Super Bowl champ, Antoine McClain, coming on to talk about NILs. We hear a lot about that. We're also going to talk about the NBA and what they're doing right now, who's getting signed, who's not. We're going to talk about the preseason. We have some games coming up. And then also, we're going to talk about the trouble on the track. We'll see what that is when we come back. Lock in, tell all your friends, tune in. Here we go.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace them up, it's the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. Lace them up, it's the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the first string podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, first string is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cast. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Nah, for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the first string podcast show.
Hey, why your mic muted? Pick, what's going on? Are you frozen? Okay, Pick's frozen. Let's go ahead and bring Al in. Hey, Al.
Good evening, Lady A. I'm not frozen.
Well, I mean, sometimes we wish you were. No offense, but I mean, it is.
Offense taken. How about
You
that?
said no offense taken.
No, I said offense taken.
Oh, offense. I mean, how was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend?
I actually had a real good weekend. I was out of town with North Carolina for my uncle's 70th birthday party. So I was with family. It was a good time. So
Longevity sounds good. Sounds good. Well, we're waiting on Pick to resurface. We don't know what's going on. I didn't think it was that cold down in Texas for him to freeze up like that. You know what's going on?
By Boost Mobile, which is not one of our sponsors, man. You never know what kind of internet connection he has.
It might be one of them little track phones. And then Sid is running behind. Of course, you know that we don't do this full time. We do have career professionals here on this show. So Sid is being held up. So he's going to slide in a few. But today we have a great show. Like I said, we have Antoine McClain coming in. He's going to talk about a lot of great things. Let's say hey to everyone in the chat before we bring him in. Hey, Bruce. Bruce is, I believe, our first guest to say hey today. So Bruce is always getting that number one spot. What's good, Cuzzo? Everyone else who's watching, check in, say hey. I know y'all will jump in and then not say anything in the chat. You gotta speak when you come into the room. That's what I was taught.
Man, because like I said, we don't have to speak back to him. You do know that, right?
What's good, cuz? I'm going to speak to my cousin. Okay. Okay, Pick is unfrozen.
That wasn't even a frozen situation. I'm gonna tell you what that was.
What's going on, Sid?
New Jack Carter.
What is the Carter?
The Carter.
That's where he's at. New Jack Carter is what I call him.
I don't know what's going on, but hey, Hey.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what that was. That wasn't a frozen situation. My whole computer turned blue.
So
I
you
had
said,
that blue screen of
Hey,
death.
you said the
hey,
bill
Oh
wasn't paid. You
hey.
said.
Did you get that computer from QVC?
No, I think the bill wasn't paid.
no,
HSN.
Pay the bill.
no.
Pay the
Not
bill
that I
goes
have
to-
I
anything
literally,
against getting a computer from there. Please don't. I don't want nobody attacking me.
no, it's
I'm
not
just
that.
asking.
I think it's
You said your
just time
computer.
for a new computer.
You said you're like Terry's contract.
You know what?
Not here
Al,
yet.
before you start talking about other
You
people's
said you like
teams and
Terry's
what
contract.
contracts people got and what they don't, keep in mind that your team has
We
not
know what. See, this the difference is
done right by their superstar.
we know what my team is doing. This stupid stuff. We're just being stupid, but we'll have them sign. What you all are doing
Yeah,
is
your
I
team
heard
is
I'm
doing
trying to tell
illegal
you
things.
what your
Your team
team is
is
doing.
talking to
What I
people
told you all
illegally.
months ago. What you all should do is go look at Tariq Hill, and if you all want to get better. So I
Well,
think
first of all, they have had that
Terry might be a
conversation, but that
Terry
doesn't mean
might be
it's
a
going to
Miami
happen.
Dolphin or a New England Patriot. But we can talk more about that later. We got a
Mhm,
I'm very curious to meet our guest,
Yes.
talk to them, and hear the information, and not hear from you all.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah, you're going to hear from us. The dogs are calling, and the dogs are ready. Lady A, we do have a Super Bowl champ waiting backstage to talk.
Yes, we do.
To express some NIL concerns. To talk
Concerns
NIL,
or
said has been waiting
information?
to talk NIL for a while. He's trying to figure out where his Texas money's coming from and how it's going to affect the Bulldogs. Where this Ohio State money coming from and how that's going to affect the Bulldogs. So let's get
Yes, we have our very own
Antoine,
our Super Bowl champ
sorry.
guard. Bring him on in. Come on, Antoine. Hey.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Excellent.
Hey,
We
I
got
just
you
want to
loud and
say
clear.
I love y'all chemistry, man. Y'all so funny.
Don't,
Well, hey, wait.
You don't have to butter them up, man.
Speaking-
It's not them, trust me.
Speaking of chemistry, first off, did y'all see the promotion that Lady A got today?
No, we did not.
I don't know.
It was in the chat. Lady A has been.
Don't pay him no man.
I don't know if y'all paid attention to the description today written up in the platform, right? Lady A has been nominated, posed, and chosen to write it up. It looked clean. It looked amazing. It was beautiful. The outlines were done. And credit to her because she does a way better job than Pick does. So Lady A has a new position. So congratulations, Lady A. Not only HR, but she's also writing up the.
Let me tell you what HR does when you give HR a promotion. HR say, "Where's my money?"
You just coming back off vacation from all the fines. So
I am not.
You already spent it before you.
Show me the money as we're talking about NIL deals, right? Show me the money.
She got it.
All right, let's talk about this money.
Please.
Let's talk about this NIL. These NILs said you've been wanting this conversation. Lady A has provided the person who can get us caught up on this thing, on this NIL. It's been a fast-moving train. NIL, for those that don't know, stands for name, image, and likeness. The NCAA has been getting rich off of athletes for quite a while. Al knows he's been in the game. EA Sports is in the game, right? You got no revenue from that. Not a penny, right? Madden used to do this, and I think it was brought to light by one LeVar Arrington who refused to sign the deal because he wasn't getting the correct amount of money from it. Right. So these things brought about these changes where now the athletes are getting paid, whereas now they have a choice. They don't have to come to the league starving, hungry as hungry as they were, but there's bigger money in the league. So let's break down NIL because it is going to a new thing coming up here soon. The revenue sharing. Catch us up to speed, please.
On you, Antoine.
One of the things.
Antoine.
Oh, it's my Antoine. My bad.
Antoine.
Oh, okay. Well, you kind of hit it on the nail on the head, man. With NIL, with guys had a chance to get paid finally off their name, image, and likeness, and now, but they also was getting paid from cost of attendance, from like going to school and all that. But then now you have guys getting paid from revenue share. They're getting a percentage of the TV contract and the media side. So just for instance, I know schools getting like 20 million of their negotiated and whatnot. And then I guess the big heads on campus are getting most of that, like the football, your basketball programs, and then the rest of it is going to be, I guess, dispersed amongst the rest of the sports. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but so now like guys are getting paid for going to school. Then guys are getting paid off their name, image, and likeness, and you get a chance of NFL salary cap, in my opinion, with the revenue share. And so that's kind of what I recently was employed by my alma mater for the last 5 years, and I'm taking a new job here. I don't want to disclose it yet, but just been working in collegiate sports and NFL for the last 8 years. It's funny that you talked about the Madden right there. I remember getting the Madden checks, and I wasn't complaining. But I ain't on LeVar Arrington's. I was never on LeVar Arrington's level as far as pay wise. But I enjoyed my little summer check that came from Madden. But I do understand what they mean. And then too with college, like they say, 1% of guys will only go pro. So they have a chance now to make a bunch of money. Even if they're not pro ready or whatnot, what they may look like. Because you got All-Americans who don't get drafted and don't play in the league, and you got guys who may have started 1 year or haven't started playing in the league for a long time. So, the money things for me is not the whole ordeal. I think the education on how to maneuver the money. I think you're gonna have a lot of kids who gonna make a lot of money in these 4 and 5 years. And I think we're coming to the end of the COVID year, the 6 year. So you got to think about it. Make $400,000 off his NIL alone, plus cost of attendance, plus if he's a baller, he getting paid real dollars from the revenue share. So if you haven't come from a background like me, like my parents always told me to save, but they never gave me a plan on what that looks like. Just like they talk about a budget.
Oh,
We lost you for a second, Antoine.
Did we lose you, Anthony?
Oh, he's back. He's back.
I lost y'all too. Good?
All right, you're back.
So the biggest thing I think is the conversations, the education piece. It started with now guys can start getting paid as early as 8th grade, I think. So let's just say if you have an extraordinary, like the kid out of Tampa, Blaze, let's just say we know he's gonna get paid in high school because he had a big name as a 7-year-old, 8-year-old. I know his dad. Think about that kid. That kid can probably make almost over $1 million probably in his first year of high school. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And if you're
that's actually where I would like to start.
Okay.
And let's start right there, because it seems like these kids are getting identified earlier and earlier and earlier. At first, they were being offered scholarships as early as, 9th, 10th, 11th grade, right? And now they're starting to offer scholarships as early as 8th and 7th grade, right? And now we're identifying players and giving them money, right? What should the parents, because they are not of legal age to manage these things this way first, what should these parents know about these things, about this NIL money, and how should they look at this, as not as their child as a golden goose, you know what I mean? But how should they look at this, and how should they start to handle these situations?
I say started with education first. So let's just say, kid can make a bunch of money in high school. Well, as me, the parent, I need to be educating myself first on the financial literacy piece. But what does that mean? Taxes. You got to know about taxes because, this kid can be 2 years old, making a bunch of money as a commercial agent with Gap, or he can be a phenom high school athlete getting paid. So I would say education about taxes and learn about the longevity planning, learn about real financial literacy about where to put the money, how do I budget, how do I have discipline with my budget, and how do I know what's the right information when people are telling me. So I would advise the parents to get on this web, get on this phone, and Google this stuff, and ask questions of who to talk to, and then that way, when you have all these people in your ear, you'll know which information is right. And I will give people two books I would start with: Tax Free Wealth, because it explains the tax game from a whole a level to where you can understand it, and it gives you all the tax codes and understanding how taxes work. Start there first. We want our baby guys money, and then we go to jail because we didn't know, or you going to college now, and then you about to get some more money, but they tagging you on with this. You got to pay $400,000 in taxes, and then you're like, where does that come from? It came from accruing. So, anyways, I would say Tax Free Wealth is one book that I think that our parents should start reading so they can understand it for themselves and how to maneuver their babies. And then books like I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit. I don't forget his name. He's an Indian guy. And then You Deserve to Be Rich. You Deserve to Be Rich by the EYL brothers.
So
And
three
those
books: Tax
three
Free
books,
Wealth.
You Deserve to Be Rich,
That's the third one.
which is our beautiful, wonderful brothers and sisters version of wealth. But the book that's called You Deserve to Be Rich is basically our version of
How to be rich.
how to teach you to be rich.
I
So
will
those
teach you to
three
be rich.
books
Okay.
So those three books explain the financial basis of wealth and how to start that process, and it gives you an education base to where we can understand it and that you can teach it. So with having an education, when the money comes, you can choose to be hard headed, and you're not. You could understand how it flows, and then you can start when this money starts coming in, or when you know that it's gonna come in, you be prepared and ready for it. You can it's like you praying for a blessing, but you don't have the discipline to maneuver to keep it, or you don't have the discipline to multiply it, or to like for me, I made a bunch of money playing ball, but I kick myself, I stab myself in the leg all the time, knowing that if I would have known what I know now while I was playing football, even though I wasn't blowing money, I wasn't letting my money sit in the bank for the whole time and getting nothing on it. But I can put it now in the high yield savings and getting 4% on my on what I'm saving. So stuff like that. And then when we move towards that point, when you educating the scholar athlete or the younger generation on what that looks like. So when the money do come, the education piece is already there. So you gonna have these stories 4 and 5 years from now when a kid don't went broke, kid done got arrested for tax evasion because he's the wrong people. So I think that, and I'm speaking strictly for, I'm not no black or white, but I'm strictly speaking to our demographic because our demographic is the one that has that wealth gap. Guys I went to school with that's from other generations and other skin colors, they already know their parents already got, they already got they trust in their 401k set up, and they understand how to maneuver money. They understand the stock market from that level. So it's not an NIL problem. I think it's an educational thing that we need to focus on as us, because this will be a big wealth gap with at an early age, and now these guys can make a bunch of money before they go pro. If they don't go pro, you will have the education to multiply the money you do have, because when you do finish playing, you won't have to worried about, am I going to get hired, or is coach going to hire me on as a GA, or am I how am I going to maneuver. So I think having that, the financial education etiquette, and then you can move to the professional bank, so guys already know what they're thinking about doing, and they could put money to the side or start that. If you're making a bunch of money, why not 3 or 4 of your homies get together and buy some real estate if you understand that game. So to me, it's the NIL, the money, and all that's not going to be a problem. I think for me, the biggest elephant in the room is the education, and I think for a lot of us, we don't know where to look or how to start, or because we don't understand it, so we shy away from it. It's all about getting money, but at the same time, it's not about how much money you make; it's how much can you keep. So if you learn codes, you will know how to build your business if you do making a bunch of money. So stuff like that. So I know I said a lot, man, but
No. We got questions. We got questions. A great topic. Let's go around the room real fast. I started it off with what should the parents be doing. So let's see what we got going around the room. Al, what do you got?
I guess one thing about the NILs, Antoine, we hear a lot of things, and I guess I think education is very important. It's to bounce what you were saying. And one thing I learned, like you said, I didn't learn it when I was at school or growing up, but when I got to school, I remember one of my teammates talking about TVM. And I was like, man, what are you talking about? I remember it was a new TV show. What was TVM? But it was time value of money and understanding how money makes money. And that goes to what you were saying in regards to education. But they're going in regards to NILs too. We hear NIL, and then we also hear collectives.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're being confused as the same. Can you tell us something about is there a difference, and what are the differences between the two?
So so a collective is a bunch of donors, a bunch of partners with the school, putting the money in a pot, and then we going through these brands and companies to, I guess, they partner with them and they pay them straight out, or they create a collective from like a fundraising group. Like I went to Clifton, so with IPTE, or you might have the Rams Club, and they go through that and they build out something to where they could partner with recruiting and X, Y, and Z, and negotiate a deal with your top 10 players if they're really somebody they want to get. So collectives is more or less the bag behind the organizations, and some organizations, like for instance, collective might partner with United Way, and we're gonna get 10 5-year guys, pay them some money, and for them to go out and represent United Way, and you come and do the whole PR thing with them. And so that was one thing when I first saw going on. Or you'll have the collective behind, and a lot of these alumni is a part of a lot of these companies and real estate companies that paying these guys to be the face or X, Y, and Z. So the collective is more or less the organization behind, well, the money and the force behind the order. So basically, it's not saying legalizing, but it's more or less the alumni fundraising, putting the bag together to, put a number in front of a guy, and making sure. But so that's kind of what collective is. And I know they're kind of doing away from collectives, I believe. But that's what the collective was. And you can think about guys like schools like
Georgia
or Georgia. They got that long old money, and I work in so I know how to do. But collective, that's basically what a collective is.
We ain't got no loan money out there. No.
Well, y'all been paying them so long.
No. We ain't got no loan money there.
But y'all been paying them so long, Sid.
We ain't got no loan money there.
I'm just saying, Sid. I was saying, y'all do what NIL and collective.
But see, that's not my thing about the NIL that I want to talk about right now. What you guys have said about NIL is correct. Literacy. Like Al said, Georgia is one of the teams who bring in people to teach these young men about financial literacy, about the taxes, what the money's coming in, how it's going to be broken down. So they have someone being taught to them. That's not where.
But too, I mean, cut you off, brother. But I feel like it's not as detailed as it should be. I feel like it's better. And I feel like you need to, like I said, if you read those books, in my opinion, you will understand how it works, and then you will know what questions to ask, and you will know if the person that you're hired to maneuver your affairs, you will know how to manage them. So I think, a lot of people come in and talking about it, but it's stuff you can Google. I'm like, tell me how I can start my LLC and my company, and I could pay my folks to run it, and then getting the tax write-off for that, and then still making sure they're paying their taxes. How that's like stuff like that. So like, don't just give me stuff that I know, like feed me, man. Like you got my an hour. I'm an athlete. I don't have that much time. If you're gonna have my time for an hour, please give me some fly game that I could use. But I think the biggest thing too with that is they always lead with, I could save you money. My thing is, first of all, if you ain't balling, man, whether that's lacrosse, football, basketball, ain't gonna be no NIL. And that revenue share that you think you're gonna get, it's gonna be paid like how the league is. So the best players on the team will be your highest revenue share players on the team. So you might be a backup. So you might need to figure out how to maneuver your skills with your audience on your social media because it's NIL money, anybody can get that. But revenue share, it's gonna be everybody getting paid from it, but it's gonna be like the league. It's gonna be like
Yeah.
the quarterback gonna make the most money. The left tackle, that 5-star left tackle, gonna make more than that right guard who was okay, or you know what I'm saying. So I think education, and I think you got to go out there and ball to get that money. You gotta be. It ain't your brand. Like Coach Prime said, a lot of guys putting they branding for ball. If you ball, your brand gonna shine higher. Everybody gonna want to pay you. Everybody gonna want you to come to their school. So those two things I think that needs to be addressed is, cookie cutter, I want to come in and speak to, because this question, like stuff that I know now that people start talking to me about my finances, I'm like, bro, I
Right.
know that. Like,
You see, I mean, I'm not really talking about that part right now because I mean, we know they have to find the literacy. My thing is, at what point are they going to attempt to put like we said a cap on how much these teams are going to be able to spend per year per guy? Because this a perfect example is the young man who went to Texas Tech, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Texas Tech wasn't even in his top 10,
mm-hmm.
but Texas Tech hit him in the head with a bag,
Okay,
right? That's where he's going. Now he can potentially go out there and disappear because they're not building around him.
mm-hmm.
Is that worth? Is that one pocket of money worth you losing the rest of your career because you're out there, you disappear, you're nowhere to be found anymore. You know, because it's almost like free agency at this point. That's what I'm talking
Right,
about right now. It's almost like free agency.
right. So I think for the revenue share piece, I think each school or however the ACC, SEC schools, they are getting. So the revenue share is like they get like 20 million of that, and then the school does. And then of that 20 million, let's just say football is going to get 15 million of that because they are the head honcho on there. So the school's already capped at 20 million. Like every school that's getting a piece of that is capped at 20 million. And then however they decide, I know like Clemson, they gonna get football getting most of that, and then the rest of it goes to the rest of the school. So now, NIL, you can go out there and get how much you want in NIL. That's all you. That's all what you negotiate. I think the revenue share is going to be capped. Now, I don't know where they're going to get to a point to where they can. They're going to cap the NIL piece. I don't know, but we'll see. I think we're going to see how that plays out this year or next year because you're going to have a guy going to be offered, like we saw millions of dollars and it fell through but so I think they're going to let it play out like say like a year or two or after this year. I think with the revenue share coming this year, they're going to see, what that looks like, in my opinion. And I don't know. But to answer your question, sir, I don't know. But I know it's already a cap on how much of the revenue share they're going to get.
We have a question. After the question, Lady A, you'll be up. So we got a question from the audience. It says, "Sorry if this has already been discussed, but NIL does the do some colleges offer any workshops on budgeting and investing with this money?"
Well, I know some schools have a player development director. I know the school I was at, Clemson, was kind of one of the top ones, the player development department, and we would have financial literacy seminars that would come in and people would do kind of like a one-off, but us being so detailed, we would want, hey, if a guy likes what you're doing, we're gonna send him to you, and it's kind of like on y'all how y'all negotiate that. But we will always, they can't charge our guys because for one, it's against the NCAA rules, but it's a more of a less like if you coming in to give guys knowledge. If a guy want to work with you, that's y'all, and we try to encourage that because it's so much you can get into an hour with 100 guys or how many guys are in there. So if you might have a guy who's like, look, bro, I got this sitting right in my portfolio now. How do I do this? So if a guy like what they said, then we would try to pair them off or give them their contact. But we wouldn't push them off because it's NCAA rules. We wouldn't push them off on them. But hey, you have this contact if you want to get more in detail. And I know a lot of schools are doing that. I just don't know to the magnitude of how they are structuring it. But I just know from my experience and where I've been in sports and working with current and former athletes, I know that's kind of how we maneuver at Clemson.
Well, Lady A will always like to for you to push people our way because we're about that content game. Lady A, it's your floor.
Okay, one thing I want to say, kind of speaking to what said, already mentioned, Antoine and Cuzzo kind of talked about. I think that it is by school. And I do remember Dion making a big, thing about what he teaches his team. And let's go to when he was at Jackson State. And I believe he's doing something similar at Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
where he was making sure that these kids have that information. He's making sure that they have, this financial literacy classes that he's making it mandatory.
Yes,
So
I
I
love
do
that. I
think
love that.
I think it should be mandated across all schools. I really do. Because ultimately a lot of the kids who are in school playing football, they want to go to the league, right?
Mhm.
And now we're at the point where they're wanting to make money right now. And if let's keep it real, if you really care about these kids, that's what you would put in place.
Mhm.
If you really care. If you don't care, then it will show. You're not going to have this in place. You're not going to teach them anything. You're going to use them for what they are at that time for you.
Yeah,
With that
it
said,
has to be important.
hmm,
It has to be important to the head coach, the
right.
GM, the AD, and I think it's still a newly thing, but I
Hmm.
think it's a lot of new money, man. It's a lot of people trying to figure out. So I feel like I agree, man. I think it should be mandatory because some guys won't come. They feel like, look, I know you guys probably play sports in college and high school, but in college, it's very your time is very because coaches want all your time,
Yep.
tutors want all your time, all your people that help with academics, they want all that time. So I ain't going to that, man. Like for what? Why am I going to? I'm tired, bro. Like I'm not
Like
going to
trying to
that.
find a
And
nap.
then and I feel like, and then they feel like if you haven't been given good events, they feel like, man, this shit gonna be boring. Like, oh my god. But I think the thing that helped us when I was working in those spaces, because for one, I'm not far removed from where they come from, and I always give my testimony about my money maneuvers and how it worked. And then two, being strategic, like, hey, bro, you need to be at this. And then we try to do our best to get a big name person that's gonna, for one, yes, a big name, but he gonna come and deliver. So that always helps too. But to answer your question, it has to be important to be the head coach. And guys like Coach Prime, who had a great agent like Eugene Parker, who was astounding in that space. And I think one of the dopest things Coach Prime did was for every guy that was like had a child on the team or about to have a child,
Hmm.
he put like $2,100 in a kid's UTMA account. Man, let's just say they don't touch that account for 20 years.
That's
When
yeah.
that kid graduated high school, he gonna have a boatload of money
Yep.
from what Coach Prime did for them. But I know Coach Prime is teaching them because they getting real money in Colorado.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you something. And Lady A, I'm not stepping on your toes.
You are.
It's still your question.
Hmm.
It's still your time to shine. But just to show you how much Coach Prime taught people, Shador Sanders in his contract, he has some language in his contract, right? And the language that's in his contract is he had something to say along the lines of the percentage of amount that he gets off of his jersey sales, right? And off of his jersey sales, that percentage that he negotiated in his contract language, if he sold 100 jerseys and he was what he did was in his contract, he created his own brand inside of his contract. It was genius. Inside of his contract language, he created his own brand, which meant I'm not a dummy. I've played this game already. I know about branding. I am my own brand. I'm bringing my brand to the Browns. I am a brand. I am a brand already. So
Right.
it was amazing the things that he learned and the things that these kids are learning in college already.
Right, but
So,
Pick, you got to remember that's his son, so that's a little different than what
but it,
he taught the
but
rest of the team.
but
I
he
know that
taught the
he did
whole
do
team.
amazing things, though.
He taught the whole team. Trust
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
they all got it. They all got it. It's
right.
just
But if
need
if
to get.
Dion did not, if Dion did not do this with his teams, Shador would still do that because he has direct access to his father. That's all I'm saying. But to your point, because Dion is sharing this information with other players, other his team, because he's the coach, he is able to kind of usher these young men in so that they can be advocates for themselves. And that's kind of where I am with that. Like, be an advocate for yourself. Get that information. And that's ultimately what I guess we're all saying. But my real question is, with these NIL deals, we've talked about it a little bit on the show, and I want to hear your take on it, Antoine. How do you think that the NIL deals will affect the draft going forward? Because people are not rushing to go into, the pros. I mean, and that's not just with football, but basketball and the whole nine. How do you think that's going to affect the numbers coming into professional sports?
I think it might affect it a lot. I not even let's take it back a step, and I'm answering your question. Let's take it back a step, like college. You got guys they got a COVID year, they've been there for 5 years, got 6 years. They ain't finna leave. They will literally legitimately take up a roster spot because they're not ready to leave and go and be in the real world. They know they're not going to the league. They want that extra check. So I mean, you can't be mad at them. Like, look, if I got another year of being pampered, I know I ain't gonna start, but I'm getting this check from school. I'm getting some of this revenue share, and I got a little following. I'm getting a little money on NIL. Why would I leave and go out and and they scared of real life? But they just feel like I'm gonna get another year. I ain't mad. But when you start getting the 9 and 10 years, come on, bro. But to answer your
Yeah,
question,
that's about to end.
it might affect it in a drastic way because you might think of a guy who's getting a lot of money in NIL, but for sure you ain't gonna be no first round draft pick, or you might be a fifth rounder because it's guys that were great in college and they may be a fifth, sixth, and seventh round, and we know they just as fragile as a free agent undrafted guy because they expendable. So you might have a guy who can make $2 or $3 million his last year, and he know he ain't gonna be no high draft pick. He might stay. But then you might have the guy who's a first round grade, but he looking at his portfolio, he looking at what he got coming around. All right, well, I know this is the number for if I go in this round, this space, this is what I'm gonna get after taxes. I know I'm in this state where I ain't got to pay all them taxes, but I may be making more money as a senior or a senior or a red shirt junior in college than I will in the league. And I'm the man. Why would I leave? I ain't gotta go and start from the bottom again. I can get some more money. So I think it will affect that. But I think, like I said, first couple of questions, I think they're gonna kind of let it play out for a year or two, and then they're gonna start making their rulings.
Yeah.
Right. We
Well,
we have a question. Pick, can you scroll up a little bit? Actually, I can highlight it
go for it.
right here. Which is kind of piggybacking off of what I was asking. Pretty much can the NIL deal roll over to into a pro endorsement once you get to the pros?
No. So one of the things in my last role, I was in charge of the agent education, and you might have a lot of people, and I've seen some of them doing it. So you can't, and it has been your contract with the collegiate student or the high school student. Hey, I'm representing you now. I cannot. This cannot roll over to the NFL. Now, what I think is happening, a lot of the guys are terminating that contract the day before the draft or the day after their last bowl game. Now you're going to be my NFL agent because a lot of guys are getting into that now to the point of the NIL deal. Now I don't think you can maneuver the NIL deal to NFL. But what might happen is they might end it. They might end that contract the day before the draft or a certain day, and then like we're gonna pick it back up. What I'm looking forward to seeing is like how the NFL is sponsored by Nike or the NBA team sponsored by Adidas. I'm looking forward to like late in the league. Yes, our jerseys are Adidas. I mean, our jerseys are Nike, but you're a Adidas athlete and you got to wear the gloves, all the other swag. So I'm looking to see if it's gonna be like that. Because you start having these Adidas and Nike coming into the collegiate space signing athletes. You talking about some real money. You talking about guys.
Yes,
I play with
indeed.
guys. I play with guys that ain't touching none of their league money because they got $100 million contract out of college with Nike. I'm saying $100 million, but like they got some M's and they ain't got to touch that league money. And they was the first round draft pick, so you can't roll it over. But I'm pretty sure people figure out creative ways to do so.
Yeah, because I think Atkinson, the linebacker, who just signed, he signed a deal with Adidas. If I remember correctly, I think it was him. And it was talking about how the teams that was in his top 5 were all Nike schools. I think 3 or 4 were all Nike schools. And I think he ended up going to Texas, which is a Nike school as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how they float that out there as well. Texas has been one of the big spenders for NIL this during this past all season. Them and
Texas Tech.
I want to say Oregon was the other school they say had been big spenders during NIL so far.
You cannot forget that big oil economy in Texas. A&M. Texas A&M cut a check to fire the coach and I blink of an eye, $100 million. How much y'all need? And just wrote the check to get rid of my man.
Different money.
And
Jimbo Fisher, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I like Jimbo. I ain't want to throw his name out there, but Jimbo. No, a lot of my Jimbo played with a lot of my buddies' dads, so I know a lot of that whole group. Anyways, when you think about schools like Texas A&M could really do some things because they got the money to do it, and I think they made a lot of like pulls with that. But I think having the right people to coach all them egos and all those personalities, because everybody getting money now, like they can sign $100 million contract to get rid of a coach, like with a stroke of a pen and not blink an eye and not miss it. And they could build an awesome team. So like a lot of schools are gonna move to that model of building their team every year. So
we saw some of that what you said, and Antoine was talking about kind of at Colorado, because remember Travis Hunter signed that Adidas deal.
Yep.
Before he got drafted and before the end of the season, but he technically couldn't wear any Adidas gear on the field because of the Nike contract that governed the University of Colorado.
So I think he signed. Like I know a lot of guys sign right after the season's over with, or they already know it. Just say I'm going to sign with this. Like LeBron signing while he's in high school, but I know a lot of those deals are been negotiated with them playing. But then once the last day of the last bowl game, or when you can sign that deal. So I think, like I said, like the next day, the day beforehand, but they definitely been negotiations. Guys like that, they definitely negotiations and figuring out what that may look like.
Question. All right, so this NIL is sort of all over the place. You have these different kinds of rules. You can't have them pros or you can't go from college to pros. So there's always a way to circumvent the situation. And do you see a cap on the money coming soon?
Like I said, I think they're gonna let it play out. I think so, man, because you gotta think about it. Like
you have to.
A kid, and this is me just being petty. Like who you talking to, bro? Like I make way more money than you.
There you go. There you go.
Or it's like stuff like that. I know that's gonna because I think stuff like that might cause it, and then too, it's gonna be a flush. It's gonna be like Pony Express out here, man. So I think they will, man. 'Cause they don't want to they don't want the rabbit to have a gun too long.
What
Right.
about Let me ask you this question. What about putting when they sign these kids and extending them to more than I know your scholar, as you know, for scholarship athletes, you remember signing that scholarship year by year because that was a 1 year at
Right.
a time thing.
Right.
Are they going to try to do that or go outside of that with some of these? Can they go outside of that with signing these kids? Because a lot of these kids are signing these 1 year deals
Arkansas.
and then leaving. And it becomes an issue with it. Like I said, there's no loyalty there.
Right.
And
But it's think about it, man. Like I play sports. Is there really loyalty, man?
It
No.
used to be long
No,
time
it wasn't.
ago.
It was never no
When has it
loyalty.
been loyalty?
Yeah,
There's
it's not
never been no
anymore.
loyalty.
You got guys being cut while they on vacation, and you find out on TV.
Yep.
I'm your guy. You
well,
got guys.
pro sports, yes. I'm talking about more.
Well, no, but that's what I'm getting to. Now you got college guys. You got 3-5 stars at quarterback, and you lied to 2 of these kids.
True.
Or you making this guy feel good so he can stay on the team when he can actually go somewhere else and make the other team better, make somebody else's team better. Now I ain't gotta sit 3 years and pout about it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna pay me, but a real competitor gonna be like, look, bro, you can't buy me, dog. And you study lying to this kid until the next pretty girl walk by, and then you want that one, and then so it ain't no like something simpler, bro. We in practice. What happened when you get hurt? A serious injury. What they say? Move the drill.
Yep.
So I like it because it regulates. It regulates. It's gonna cost a lot of guys to grow up faster, but it regulates. Like, don't lie to me, dog. Like, give me an honest chance. Don't lie to me on my couch to get me here, and then you go get another 5-star or 4-star or. But yeah. So has there ever been loyalty?
And
No,
that,
I don't agree with guys bouncing because you can't get your way.
Right.
At least I'm gonna leave.
We had one of them.
I'm gonna leave with a degree in my hand. I'm gonna leave with I done everything I could, and I'm gonna leave with I stuck it out. And if I'm leaving, I'm leaving because and I got another opportunity somewhere else. I'm gonna still get that money. I ain't stupid now. I'm gonna get that cash, but I ain't gonna leave because I gotta have a little adversity. Last time I checked, adversity makes a man strong, makes a woman strong. So I don't agree with you powering because they probably lied to you or something like that. Yeah, you mad about that? Yes, but if you gonna disrespect me, like, come on, dog, at least come take me too. But then if I'm a real guy, I'm gonna actually, all right, I'm gonna get my degree. I'm gonna do everything I could in my power to start, and then if that don't work, then if I just want to play somewhere else, then I'm gonna do that. But I think a lot of guys got to be smart, and it only takes one team to like me in the league, and I even think that, like you said, guys getting these money, like, oh, I ain't in the rush to go to the league. So
that's true.
But in college, this money could make a lot of players uncoachable. You know what I mean? Kind of what you were saying. Like,
it's just going to reveal that money's going to reveal the character.
Yeah,
that's what you're trying to say. That's
what it definitely will. I seen that in my.
It's going to reveal the character. Let's get to what we was just talking about. Getting to the league. The preseason, the NFL preseason is here, right? Antoine, can you stay with us for a little bit? Want to talk a little ball with us?
Hey,
yes.
All right, I know you got to bounce it. All right,
hey, we need to finish this NIL because it's expansive in the different directions. But hey, thanks for coming. I got a dip.
Georgia,
we'll talk some more about this.
Don't do it, Al.
Georgia is mad that everybody got a fair playing field now. They've been playing them boys so long down there behind the table. They just mad that
ignore him. You know he's trying to antagonize.
He baiting you. He baiting.
Everybody can pay that. It ain't just that Georgia money. And them briefcases and book bags in the back porch.
McDonald bags.
Yeah. Oh, they ain't taking you for burgers no more. This NFL preseason is getting going. We are about to have a bunch of joint practices coming up right now. Preseason game 1 is coming up. Now, what we do know is you may or may not see some of your starters in preseason game 1, but you probably will hear a lot about them in these joint practices, right? So your ones will get it. In the more that what we're finding out is this: it's not only can the coaches control what happens better, they get the ones the one-on-one situations, they get the situational football that they're looking for, they get their best on best, they can control the drills, nobody's going down to the ground and things like that. They get to control okay, there's going to be no fighting, right? You're going to protect your teammates, no cheap shots and things of that nature.
Hold on, it's going to be no fighting.
Well, it's supposed to not be no fighting, but
okay, there you go. Thank you.
What's been happening is when these fights do break out now, the league is stepping in and starting to find these people.
Sure.
So the league is getting into people's pockets, and we don't want that.
I wonder what that is.
HRs.
No, it's not. It's certain teams that have gotten into some really bad fights during these joint practices.
I remember one team down in Richmond.
Right, you know what you're going with this.
I remember one team down in Richmond.
They were acting.
That wasn't aimed for Richmond. That was aimed at California. But I know it's one of them. One of them cheap shots she trying to throw out there.
But it's real though. I'm not lying.
Because Dallas had a few fights out in Oxnard.
I mean, we had some too, so it's okay. My team had some too.
Yeah, every team I've been in a couple of joint practices. Yeah. One, we love them because they're gonna fly by because it's a lot going on. And then it's a break from hitting on your team. It's so boring hitting on the same people. Now you go into a joint practice, everybody trying to show out, coaches trying to outcoach each other, and we don't care. We all homies at the end of the day. Yeah. Like all these rivalries, we all homies at the end of the day. But to your point of it, I mean, for me, for my experience in that practice flew by, it was fun, and you get to really see how good you're getting at camp. Now these fights, I mean, I don't think nobody gonna be telling, but a fight might happen because a guy might be extra, and then it's camp. You tired, you mad, you all banged up, and it's and they feeling the same way. And a fight might break out in one-on-ones because a guy pushed after the play, or y'all doing 7-on-7. And I love how my dog Nuke Hopkins sauced my man up and broke his ankle because he was talking trash. So stuff like that happens, but I love it. It made practice go by fast, and I think colleges should do it too.
I think it's coming in college anyway because I mean, y'all. After week one, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay. That's the only time you don't play other teams. High school, we had joint practices with other schools. And
we had joint jamborees.
Yeah. And in pros, you have it, but in college, you only stay hitting them same 100 guys or 75, 80, whatever you got, guys, the whole camp. And you do get tired of that. He's right.
You get tired of it. But Cincinnati, after last year where they got off to their slow, terrible start, missed the playoffs, they needed Kansas City to get a win versus Denver, and Kansas City said, not today, Cincinnati. Right. We're going to sit everybody. Congratulations, Denver. You're going to the playoffs. We're not seeing Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow in the playoffs. Welcome to the playoffs. Denver, Cincinnati has decided to play Joe Burrow and their ones in the playoffs. Are you looking forward to this?
Preseason.
I'm sorry. They decided to play. I'm sorry.
I will hope they play them in the playoffs.
They decided to play their people in the preseason. Are you looking forward to see their ones come out and break a sweat in the preseason?
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you a little, I don't know if you know the insight. So preseason, when I was playing, it was 4 games. I don't know how many.
Yeah, it was 4. It was 4. Yeah.
I know the first game, the ones will go out there from some teams. They'll go out there. Sweat. The first play, the first drive, 4 or 5 plays, I'm sorry. And then depending on how young a guy is in that one group, he might got to stay when them twos come out there. The twos is basically the team you're looking to build around your ones, and they're going to get most of the reps for like the first, second quarter. And then halftime, you'll have the guys, I guess the second, third team guys, and you'll play them out. And then, but if you were a lower tier guy, them reps going to start shortening it up once the next game. So the next game, the ones going to play the most, going to play a lot of that prior to the second half, depending on who the team is, who the coach is. And then the backup's going to finish that game off. Then the third game, when I was playing, the ones that play a good bit of that team. a good bit of that game, and then you can tell who's making the team. The game, if you play in the game when the one's gonna play the most of the game, you got a shot either making that team or practice squad, or you're gonna either sign somewhere else on a 53-man roster. And that fourth game, the ones ain't even touching the field all week. You might have a walkthrough, and it may be focused on the young bucks, getting them some film. So if you playing in that last game, the whole game, chances are you out of there, or they don't have nobody else. So, but I seen a lot of guys, myself included, have to play that last game because they want to see how do you play a full game,
Yeah.
and then that determines they keep you or not. Because I played the whole game before. I would have to play the whole fourth game and still make the team because they was evaluating when I got tired. You know, can I play left and right guard? Can I play tackle? Like they was putting me all over the field, and I was tired, and I'm playing against them. You know, so that they trying to get a lot of film, but they will always tell us. I was in Baltimore my first year, so I had a lot of veterans tell us, like, look, bro, you may not make this team. This is telling all us rookies, you might make this team, but every time that bird in the sky, you better be balling, which is the film. The eye in the sky don't lie. So that fourth game, and it means a lot to a lot of people, and it means a lot to them vets because they get to chill.
With that being said, it's down to 3 games now, right? It's literally that third game. It's now that second game.
Yeah,
it's that second game, and the vets don't touch that field on that fourth game.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of it is these joint practices now become that second and third preseason game, right? So, and that's why the fights have got to go. The fights have
that's been the case for a long time. I think Antoine will tell you. A coach will tell you they prefer those inter squad scrimmages more so than their game because they're more controlled by the coaches than in game scenarios and things along those lines, and with the ability to run it back against another team, another coaching staff in set situations.
Oh, it's one more thing too, Al. It's one more thing, right? In those controlled scrimmages and practices, they can run their real stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want to though,
but they can. Well, because that film is not getting out.
But you still playing against another team though. Like you can't show your hand, and that's early.
But you're not showing your hand because that ain't getting out.
Yeah, it is because you got to think about it when the team travels. They bring in everybody. They bring in the guy that write the plays down. Every play, they got the guy who gonna be reading the mouth. Everybody. So yeah, you may not play them in the season, but they got home with the other team. Like, look, bro, this is what Buffalo gonna run. So y'all better watch out for that. So a lot of it is a lot of vanilla stuff. You may have some trickery stuff, but like they want to see, can you take the X's and O's from the film into a real live game scenario? And this is most for the young bucks. Like all the older guys, they know like. So to your point, they're not gonna show too much. Not even in the game, they're not gonna show too much stuff. They start like we were practicing, but we ain't gonna run like Dallas Right Roger, Exene, all that stuff. We're gonna run just Dallas Right Roger. We're gonna run that. We ain't gonna run the Exene because we gonna hold that off until we playing against somebody else. Or if we are playing them, we just want to show you that. And a lot of the times it's for the young guys, not because of them old guys. And it's just to get a little different feel, to shake it up a little bit, how we look against competition. They're not going to show too much stuff.
Yeah. So we're excited about the preseason, excited to see football back. Which game are we looking forward to this week coming up? Is there any game? Is it all of them? Are you sitting down for – what are you sitting down for this week? And how long are you sitting down for? That's what I want to know. Al, come on, tell me what you sitting down for.
I think a lot of us, and especially on this show, since Shador was named the starter in Cleveland, are looking to see because they've been giving this. It's been getting mixed. He's been getting great numbers, but they said he's been not getting a lot of reps, and then the reps he has been getting is with the second team against the first team. So that if you make a storyline. And you got the number guy who has the number one of the top selling jerseys.
Yeah, my jersey's on the way.
Of all rookies.
It just got shipped out.
Let me see if he was a 5th round draft pick or if he was a 1st round draft pick.
Yeah.
The guy drafted in the 5th. And you may not get all that, but I think you're going to be able to see how ready he is for the for the pro football field.
I think you're right, Al. I think you're right, Lady A.
For once. He right for once. But I mean that is something that a lot of people want to see. Quite often when you have that conversation, like should this person have gotten selected at this number and things like that, that's always going to be his whole first season is going to be about that. So that's for sure. I do want to say, like, I'm kind of just looking forward to everything.
Okay.
One thing I do want to say though, because I mean it's preseason, so we know a lot of preseason games. You're not going to see the best of that particular team. We know that. There are some teams, I'm not going to name any names. We've already seen them play so far this year, but there are some teams that's going to show you who they are, you know?
Stop it. Yeah.
What? You want me to laugh?
Detroit hate in your voice. I hear
I'm
it.
just saying,
Yeah,
Detroit.
Detroit hate in your voice is real.
It's not hate. It's
Buffalo
hold
hate.
on. It's not hate. If everything that I'm saying to you guys is real and it happens, I'm just saying.
Well,
It's not hate because it's real. I'm being real. Like when we won against them last season in the playoffs. What I tell you, we gonna win because they're gonna do what Detroit does. That's what happens. It's not a lot. It's not hate. But I'm just saying. So for this, I mean, I'm just excited that football's back. I mean, that's kind of the main thing.
Right.
But I mean, preseason kind of always scares me. In the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't care what team it is. In truth, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. That's kind of where I am with it. Like, I want to see y'all play, but be careful. That's it.
I got a question as well. Go ahead. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Antoine.
Let's see what Antoine was.
All right, this part of my 11. I got a jet too soon.
Okay.
I would say I'm definitely looking forward to my man Shador playing, but I don't. Right, bro. I play a long time. I don't watch too much preseason no more. But I will say I am rooting. I'm a Ravens fan, a diehard Ravens fan. I played always been a Ravens fan, but I am looking forward to see what Washington gonna do with these new uniforms and that kid. Seeing what that kid's gonna do again. I think he's a great kid. I'm looking forward to what they're. Then I got a lot of people that I know that work there too. So, but I'm looking forward to my DMV teams doing their thing. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing in Dallas going to transpire. And but I'm an avid college fan, bro. I watch NFL. I watch if I catch it, but I like Pittsburgh and all them teams. But I'm an avid college fan.
Okay.
And I'm looking to see me being on the other side of college football now, not, in the midst of it. I'm more on the academic side. I'm looking forward to really enjoying it and seeing it from that lens. But it's always been fun watching it, but I'm not going to kill myself to, like, Monday Night Football is on in the background while I'm reading, and, put my daughter to sleep, stuff like that.
Question for you. I got a question for you before you roll. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you said you looking forward to DMV football. Question. Mm-hmm. So give me I already know which way you're going to lean. Your Super Bowl prediction this year.
I don't know. Because I feel like everybody going to hate on the Chiefs and not but right now you can't. They the Patriots of our generation, bro. You can't really. Mm-hmm. And Buddy's a lot better athletically than Tom Brady is. So I think you can't root out the Chiefs. I'm going to give you a couple of teams who I think might pull it off. You can't root out the Chiefs. I think Baltimore, hopefully Baltimore crack it. And I'm going to go, the easy layup is Philly. But I think my dark horse is going to be Washington, man. Going to be one of them teams.
I like a Washington-Baltimore Super Bowl. I can see
that. Can I have chaotic here. It will be crazy.
I look forward to that chaos.
Antoine, I have one thing before you go. I know you got to go, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And you just settle one thing for us. Got one question for 2 questions.
Come on, man.
One, who is the best team in the DMV area?
The Commanders.
The Ravens or the
Al, your mic is broke.
Bro.
He already said he's a diehard Ravens.
Come on now.
Pick you just muted him again.
The commanders. Al's mic is not working for the rest of the show.
Owens Mills, Maryland, baby. Come on.
Thank you.
Al's mic is broke.
Come on
He
now.
can't
I'm gonna
talk.
keep beating my mic.
It's
But
Al's
it's
mic.
okay.
But I'm happy to see, like, I'm happy to see what Washington's doing. I love that kid at quarterback. I remember I met Jay Gruden a couple of times back in the day. But no, man, I have a special place in my heart for the DMV, so I haven't always been rooting for the Redskins, but I like the direction that they're moving towards, and that kid really is turning that program around, that team around. But come on, man, we got too many of them in Baltimore. That's the same coaching staff almost. So
it'd be nice to see him in the Super Bowl. Okay, my last question for you is this. This is my last question, because this college football, this opening week of college football is bananas.
Yes,
it's bananas. Al, I'm gonna have to try to pull it up, but I think Al, I know you sent it.
yes.
But let's go down this slate. I just need you to pick some winners here. If that don't violate anything that you're supposed to, not violate. Mm-hmm. But let's start off with OT, Ohio State versus Texas. Who you got?
Man, bro, I would like the last game I was at Clemson was Texas and Clemson. That's probably the most fun I've ever had at a game as an employee. I think is it at Ohio State or Texas? Where is it going to be? Oh,
it's
Ohio
State. Is that the shoot?
Ohio State.
Is that the shoot?
I think Ohio State might get them. I'm looking forward to see my man Arch Man. I remember he came to Clemson one time. Great family. Had a chance to meet his friend, but I hope he get do his thing this year. I'm rooting for the Manning family with that. But I grew up, I love Texas too because of the whole DJ Screw culture. But anyways, I think it might be a shootout, but I think Ohio State might get them at home.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Al, what's the rest of them? I can't find the.
What? You got
hold on. I'm trying to find.
You got my school. You got my school.
You got Clemson. You got Clemson, Notre Dame, right?
Clemson, LSU.
Clemson, LSU.
Battle of Death Valley. They say they're the real Death Valley, but we're gonna see.
Who gonna win that one, Antoine?
Come on, man. Can't go against the home team. Even though I was almost this close to going to the other school, Death Valley, but LSU got a great. I mean, Clemson and LSU, man. I know we beat them the last time we played them, and it's been a lot of jaw jacking, as they say. But I definitely think we gonna pull it
out. Notre Dame. Oh my God. I'm trying to. Oh my God! Come on, Al,
you thought that it was Notre Dame Clemson. It's not.
No, it's.
Oh, pick! Don't make that face.
Man,
you gotta say Alexa. Give me the come on now.
I'm about to say I was about to mute you, Antoine, because every time they do that, mine start talking. So
I got it.
You got it pick. Yeah, but you got it now.
It's Alabama, Florida State.
There we go.
I think I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Both of them teams.
That's Bama.
I don't know.
We asked Antoine pick. Who you like, Antoine?
I know everybody gonna say Bama, but Bama's not Bama no more, in my opinion.
Really? Okay. Now see, you started the conversation right there.
I think
that one.
Right. Sid need to be for that.
I think I'm gonna go ACC here because I played in ACC. I think if Florida State will come out and be clicking on all cylinders, I think they can get them. I think they can really play them because they're not. Dude's probably a good coach, but that ain't saving, bro. That ain't saving.
He ain't saving. Notre Dame, Miami.
The convicts versus the Catholics.
Yes, indeed.
Man, I hope Miami. I'm gonna shoot for Miami, but I'm gonna shoot for Miami.
Okay.
Tennessee, Syracuse.
Oh, that's Tennessee all day.
Auburn, Baylor.
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I will say Auburn.
Okay. Georgia Tech, Colorado.
I hope Coach Prime pull that one up. I'm pretty sure they will. I'm going with Colorado.
I think the last one is Virginia Tech, South Carolina Gamecocks.
Virginia Tech and South Carolina?
Yep.
I think South Carolina might get them, bro.
Okay. That's
All right.
Quarterback, dude. That quarterback is really good, but he ain't the best player. You gotta watch that DN.
Okay.
Al, I'm just gonna say, Al, I just went to your text messages, and the only thing I can say is you send a lot of text messages. Most of them are flubber. Most of them are a lot of flubber. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Antoine.
Thank you so much, Antoine, for joining us, man. We really do appreciate it. We gotta have you back.
Yes.
We gotta have you back. Maybe get you on one of our shows to talk a little more college football with us. Especially if your alma mater, Clemson, gets on the road. Tell us about Dabo. Give us some good Dabo stories and things like that. So
Awesome, man. Thank y'all so much. So y'all probably edit this part out. This is a live show. So will it be like a link for a replay?
Yeah, the link
First
I
String
sent
Podcast.
you.
Yeah.
I sent you the link in the message at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do the replay. It's the same link. So
Awesome. But look, man, I greatly appreciate y'all having me on to talk, something completely out of my lane, but hopefully I, educated some people who are listening, especially with those 3 books that have changed life. But no, man, thank y'all so much. I greatly appreciate this.
We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you for coming. Super Bowl champion Baltimore Ravens, Antoine McClain.
All right.
Thank you, man. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
That was fun.
And you heard it from him, the best team in the DMV.
The Washington Commanders.
Okay, so let me tell you this, Al. Okay, you ready, Al?
I'm listening.
When someone says that I am a diehard fan of XYZ team,
that's because y'all can't remove your biases. Don't mean other people can't.
Again, that's because when someone says that, that would typically mean that that's who they're going to choose. Am I right?
No.
Wait. Read the chat.
Yeah. I thought you saw that. So thank you, cuz of course he's my cousin.
They've been in negotiation with that for a while.
Yeah.
Buying the red zone and
so I'm guessing it's done. Thank you so much, Cuzzo. Breaking news. Cuzzo said breaking news. ESPN now owns NFL Network and the Red Zone, which isn't.
So who makes more money now?
You said who makes more money?
Who makes more money now?
The owner makes more money.
Disney or the NFL?
Disney was always making more money than the NFL. Let me just keep it real.
I'm gonna tell you, Disney been hurting right now.
Disney owns everything. I need y'all to understand that. Have y'all paid attention to your Disney Plus? And Steve,
my Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN,
National Geographic,
ABC, everything,
Marvel, Star Wars, all that stuff is under Disney. So, but yeah, great. I mean, I just want to know, how is that going to affect viewership?
I can tell you what. I can tell you this. ESPN will always have a live game.
I mean, that's true. That's true. They almost always did anyway. They had a lot of live games. Like I used to have the ESPN
My only problem
app or whatever.
They're too vanilla, man. They're too buttoned up. That's the only thing I don't like about them having. It's almost like a monopoly.
Mm-hmm. It is,
and they're too buttoned up sometimes, which is why I don't. Well, like I said, why I'm not a big fan of the TNT basketball show coming over to ESPN.
Yeah,
granted, they're going to bring their own producers and bring those, but I like that show because it is wide open. It is off the cuff. It isn't all buttoned up. And like
because Charles and all of them could do their thing.
Yeah.
They didn't even go to the production meeting. Like Shaq and Charles, they didn't go to the production meeting. Kenny,
because it was the chemistry was there, so it wasn't even necessarily needed. It was organic. Right. So that I agree with you, Al. Like, what does that do to the show when you send it over somewhere else that is not as organic? as what the original was. So yeah, that's a factor. So.
Right. Okay. Let's get back to this here rundown.
So
Al,
Yes.
you ran track. Lady A ran track. Al ran track. Let's talk
I ain't run
about
track long though, but I was a track mom.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about a little trouble on the track.
Man,
Don't
did
touch.
y'all see it?
Don't touch me.
I saw
Well,
it.
Don't touch.
Okay. So for those who don't know, I can just go ahead and bring this out there.
Woo.
Noah Lyles. Everyone knows Noah.
Hold
If
on.
you don't know by now, you should know. Let me just let
First
you know.
off, my
He's
man
one of the
Kenny.
fastest people right now.
Kenny was in front though. Kenny was
Can you get out?
Right. But
and Noah went fishing.
so Noah Lyles is arguably the fastest man right now. I mean, that's literally, he has the record. Okay. So his teammate, Kenny, what Bednarik, is that how you say it? Bednarik. Bednarik. But Kenny, first of all, if you ever seen Noah, and it really exploded right after the Olympics, Noah talks trash.
Gets on my nerves, but go ahead.
Noah, but at the same time, if he says he's the fastest man and he's thrown it in your face, he is the fastest man. But he's one of those people, he's not humble about it.
At all.
He's not humble at all.
The only way to humble him is to beat him.
And they have.
And it's difficult to do. So if for this particular situation that just happened the other day, they were racing each other. Kenny was out front, but Noah probably was talking trash before. And as Noah passed him, as Noah was crossing the finish line,
he only passed him in like the last 10 meters.
He probably did that on purpose. This is Noah Lyles we're talking about.
He had to come get him. He had to work to come get him.
He had to get him.
Right. But
he had to work.
Noah stared him down.
Like the last 5 meters of it.
Noah stared him down. And in truth, Noah's time would have been faster had he not stared him down. That's how he stared him down. It was really bad. And so after they crossed the finish line.
What did he do, Al?
Put his hands on him.
He looked back at him. He looked back at him.
He did look back at him. I had to put my hands on him.
Kenny decided he didn't want to take it too much because you had to remember these are teammates. So that means that Noah probably always talks trash. It's just unfortunate that Kenny
let me say this
had his breaking point at that time.
Give you a little insight and pick me notice. Like we were when we were in high school, we were one of the better track teams in the area in the state.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And really up and down the East Coast. We went different places and won.
I went to school in Prince George's County. I'm aware of you guys.
Yeah, and one of our biggest rivals, which is another fantastic track team, was Eleanor Roosevelt. We were very good friends. We were probably the top 2 track programs in the county.
Okay.
And we were very good friends with a lot of the guys that went there,
right?
Which made the trash talking even better.
Yes.
So to give it a little,
whoever you are,
you know what I'm saying? I think the trash talking in track is definitely nothing new, and going especially amongst friends or teammates or relay mates, whatever it may be.
Right.
I think what made this one bad is it kind of got a little more personal out of nowhere, and Noah kind of went a little extra with it. And when the cameras are on, no one wants to be
showed up
that way.
Yeah.
No,
and that's what Noah. I can see Noah getting someone to that point. However, let's keep it real. You allowed it. You allow him to get under your skin, and I mean it's unfortunate because it showed his level of professionalism to the world and
or lack of.
Correct. And well, that's why I said level of professionalism because it's pretty low at that moment. And not to say, because I mean, what Kenny did, of course, was not. You have to speak out against that, even though it's kind of understandable. Because, like, I'm sure a lot of people want to do much worse to Noah. I'm just gonna be real about it.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Can't do that. You cannot.
Yes,
put your hands on people.
Yes, you can.
No,
I'm gonna tell you why.
You can't. That's how you get locked up. You cannot put your hands on people.
No. First off,
let me explain this one. How you can do that?
I'm gonna tell you.
Explain this one, please.
I'm gonna tell you how you can and why you can. First off, we are teammates, right?
Okay.
Not in this race.
Oh yeah, you're
Your
absolutely right.
competitors
Not
at
in
that
this race.
time.
Not in this race until we passing the baton around the track, and
Right.
we were in the same colors. This is an
Well, they weren't wearing
individual.
the same colors, but go
Right.
ahead.
This is an individual sport.
Correct.
Right. This is an individual sport, and we may even still be wearing the same colors, but this is still an individual sport.
Mhm.
But at no point in time am I trying to show you up. I'm trying to beat you. I'm trying to beat you. I am absolutely trying to beat you, but I am not trying to humiliate you.
Okay, humiliate.
But that's Noah's personality.
I don't care.
Humiliating
It doesn't
someone
make it
without-
right.
Hold
It
on.
doesn't make
But
so
hold
so
on.
so when I
Humiliating someone without touching them is allowed.
oh, okay.
Every
so
day.
so guess what? So if Noah took offense to it, he wouldn't have shaken his hand.
Well,
Okay,
think
so
it
again,
got-
the cameras were rolling.
yes.
God.
So
Well, Kenny said
let me tell
it
you
doesn't
what it
matter what he
makes it look
said.
like.
It doesn't matter what he said. It won't happen again.
Correct,
That's what Kenny
because
said.
that's
It
how
won't happen
you-
again.
but that's how you tarnish your own image. You also have to keep in mind, even if Noah took offense to it, Noah's not stupid. When you have someone that pushes you and puts their hands on you, right? And you show that you can shake their hand, now you look like the better man.
Yes, you do.
But do you look like the better man when you're staring people down and you
You
Come
don't.
on, big.
But
That
that
happens.
gets erased.
That
That gets
happens
erased
to
when
you.
he puts his
one of the
hands on
happens
greatest
at
sprinters of
Mary-
all times, one of the greatest sprinters of all time from Jamaica, he didn't do things like that.
I know, but the thing is, but Pick, that wasn't the first time you've seen somebody look back at somebody.
Right,
call
that's
somebody.
not.
I mean, that could. I'm gonna be honest with you. It really didn't even look. When I had to look at it again to see that he did that, it
Yeah.
almost looked like he was looking for his time as he crossed
Yeah.
the line, and to
Or
see if he
just
beat-
look
and see if he had
watching
beat-
the other
if he had
person.
beat him. If he had beat
Right.
him, right? That's what it looked more like.
But
you know.
if you know Noah, you know what he was doing. But here's my thing. Had Kenny not done anything, guess what this conversation would have been about?
He won.
Noah antagonizing him. Or not
Hey,
at all.
I know
now,
one thing. I know who he can't antagonize no more.
oh no, but he can do it again.
I
to
bet you
see
he
if
know
he
he
can get
can't.
Kenny out of pocket. You have to understand, Noah is that person that's going to do everything in his power to get under your skin. You have shown him that you are somebody he can get under his skin. You have shown him that now.
I think okay. Everybody, I know that Noah has a way better start than the one that
No,
he had.
he's a notoriously slow starter. He's a notoriously slow.
Not
starter.
in 100.
I'm just saying, period. As a starter,
In the
he's
200,
notoriously-
he has a terrible curve.
His,
in the 200.
As a sprinter, I'm just going to tell you, as a sprinter, Noah Lyles is a notoriously slow starter. That's why most of his races, he does come from behind the 100 and the 200.
In the 100, he's not as far back as he was in that 200.
Of course, you can't afford to be.
That's what I'm saying. Is in that 200. In that 200 was one of his worst starts.
Possibly.
It was one of his worst starts. Right. So
But
in the
Noah-
100, he knows that he has to get better in the start because you don't have all of that distance to make up. But in that
But he's still
200,
gonna talk trash though, Pitt.
in that 200, he had more, and he's a better 200 runner than he is a 100 runner, than a 100 sprinter, right?
He's not a fast starter, right?
He's a better 200 sprinter, but he had to work to get Kenny in that 200. And true, this is not the Olympics, and they worked themselves up to the Olympics, right? But guess what? What Kenny knows now is just like Kenny put his hands on Noah, and you say that Noah now lives in Kenny's head rent-free, pretty much is what you're saying. Guess what Kenny knows? He's living in Noah's head rent-free because if Kenny has a good start and he had to work to come get him, if I have a better start and you had to work to come get me and I just have to work on my finish now, you ain't catching me.
So let me explain.
And your
this to
crown
you,
is
Pitt.
gone.
At the end of the day.
So all of your antics will be behind me.
At the end of the day, that was not Noah's first time having to catch somebody, in a race.
Right.
That's number one. And number two, at the end of the day, Noah won that race, not Kenny. So it doesn't matter. Kenny,
it only takes for them to beat him once.
Right. But guess what? That may not be the first time that has happened. They're teammates.
He's going to blame it on COVID
what
again.
they're doing when they're training. Kenny may have beaten Noah time and time again, but Noah is that let's not forget that after the Olympics, what did Noah go and do? He antagonized the entire sports world. He said, y'all talking about y'all world champs. Y'all not. Y'all just US champs. I'm a world champ. I have an Olympic medal. You don't. He antagonizes people. That's what he likes to do.
Yeah, well, guess what? He didn't win the 100.
But guess what? He
blamed
stared Kenny down and got Kenny to step out of
He came up talking about he got COVID. That's the track world for you.
I mean, but at the same time, I think he really did have COVID though. Did that, prevent him from running his best race? Who knows? But what I'm saying to you is Noah he's a narcissist. He's an antagonist. He's not going to ever admit that he's wrong. The best way to handle someone like that in the sports world is to chill, do what you do, and let him be his own demise. Don't react. You cannot, because what can end up happening, right? Because Noah's very cocky, right? Let's say Noah keeps talking trash, but he don't train like he used to because he think he's the best thing since sliced bread, right? And guess what happens when you don't train like you used to? You start losing.
Yeah.
He's going to fall off his pedestal. You mentioned the fastest man ever, whose last name is literally Bolt. Okay. And he didn't just fall off. He just said, I'm done racing.
Yeah.
So right. That's not going to be Noah. That's because he's too cocky. He thinks he's the best.
We gave it to track. I can't wait for him to get beat. We gave it to track. We gave track a good little minute here. Mm-hmm. NBA free agency. Who's making moves? Who's still on the market? Football season's up. I have it in.
You said what?
So Terry McLaurin's on the market.
We said NBA.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Terry McLaurin is not on the market.
We can talk about Luka.
We're not talking.
Luka is not a free agent. He is signed.
Yeah, but that's what we talking about. The people who signed and the people who are still free.
Oh, who aren't signed. Okay, see, I was thinking about who wasn't signed. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There we go. Let's talk about Luka. Ain't that your guy?
It is my guy. Let's talk about the fact that now that he signed his 3-year, $165 million contract, he is now set to be in line be the first $1 million per game player for a 5-year, $417 million contract.
That's did you say $1 million per game?
$1 million per game. He'll be the first player to ever make, if he, God willing, he'll be the first. When he finishes his 3-year deal, he'll be eligible for a 5-year, $417 million deal, which comes out to be $1 million a game.
Yeah.
And we said this before, but I really mean this now.
We played the wrong sport.
We played the wrong sport.
Well, okay, so as we talk about Luka, the Spurs is dishing out money too.
Yes, they are. De'Aaron Fox has got his money.
He has a 4-year, $229 million max extension.
Yeah.
70
a year.
So they was like, forget about Luka's little extension.
But see, no, Luka could have signed for more. He chose the 3-year deal to be eligible for that 5-year to get to the real money because he lost so much money. Fool call it money because he lost so much money when he got traded for Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah. What is he? And then why he looking like that?
I don't know. He must be calling. He must be. I don't know who
he probably calling his internet provider.
Yeah, because it's lagging.
He calling his internet provider. Big, who are you calling?
Damien.
Please record your message.
Damien.
You hear the please record your message. What is
hey.
To leave a callback number, press 5.
Man, come on, stop playing. Damien. Listen, Damien, this your boy Pick, man. Hit me up. Tell me. Listen, I just need to borrow Dio. I just need to borrow about 6 feet of your height, bro. I played the wrong sport. Do you see the NBA contracts that they're giving out? Hit me up, bro. Talk to me.
Oh my god. And then even they, I don't know why it was, such a big thing, but they everybody started reporting how LeBron congratulated Luka and all this, and I'm like, okay, but
they tried to make an issue of him, almost as if when Luka that they didn't get along as well as it perceived, and then
Mhm.
LeBron was interested in being traded because
Yeah.
they didn't consult him for a lot of the moves they made during
Right.
the NBA free agent period. So
Right.
much ado about nothing. As we know, LeBron, when it comes to his offseason, he likes to remove himself from basketball, and he's news to talk about, whether
Yeah.
it's truth or not. And that what he
Yeah. They're always trying to do something then that they don't need to. But I mean,
something like Dallas.
First off,
talking about
LeBron is he's been the master of the 2-year contracts and making sure he's still up for contracts, but he's 41 now, right? And the whole thing about LeBron is his play is starting to decline, but he can still get you 20 and 10, right? He can still
he's
get
still
you a
a top
triple double.
12 player in the league.
Right, he can still get you a triple double, and that's still valuable. It's going to be valuable, and he's still very knowledgeable. He's a champion. He has that pedigree. But the question is what about the rest of that team? Will your salary hinder us from building around Luka and putting pieces around him that
Yeah.
will allow the Lakers to go after another championship? And how does that look? Al?
I mean, I think we're definitely a contender this year. The West is so deep. And at some point, the Lakers, it's a difficult situation for the Lakers, I believe, because you never want to seem like you're leaving or you have to transition off LeBron. LeBron is playing for LeBron. He's playing for a championship, but LeBron has, like I said, who knows? But if you're going to build a team, you have to build towards your future, and you hope that LeBron is part of that future. And and you got to find out if in his next 3 years, if the investment that you've made in Luka in trading for him was a worthwhile investment. So it's a lot of dynamics there. I think we're better with both of them together, but they're both just those two aren't enough. So like I said, I like DeAndre Ayton. I like a lot of the pieces we've been adding to the Lakers and making them. But like I said, until you beat the champions, or put them down. OKC, a young team, and looks to be a team that's only getting better. They've locked up their stars, the key components of their stars for the next few years. So look at the money they spent. They spent $800 million close to.
Yeah.
And Luca, when he went he signed his little deal. Y'all know he ran off to Vegas to go see the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, he's running a funny little tour. I don't know if y'all noticed. He went on a signing tour with different concerts in different places. That was weird.
He said, "I'm gonna live it up."
He ain't get caught with that woman. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I don't need to go. You was doing so well today. You was doing. It was picked today, but right now it's you.
Okay.
Well, first off, if I played the right sport, and it about 5'8", about 5'8".
Who we say 5'8"?
He ain't 5'8", but go ahead, pick what you say. You not 5'8".
If I 5'8" and have been about another foot tall, if I was 6'8", I could have been in the NBA.
A foot and some change because you
gotta understand this too big. You 51. You ain't getting none of this money.
Why you had to do the F like that?
51. You ain't getting none of this money.
He said he feels 21 now.
That's all. Al, what you? I'll be 51 at the end of the month.
Right, I'm 50 now.
Yeah, so
so we ain't getting that. We ain't getting none of this money. We'd have been more mad at it. More mad if that's the word. But then we would.
We could have been still talking about it.
Missed out on the money.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like I said,
you're right, Al. One last thing.
Okay. My
man Gilbert Arenas, and I know this wasn't on the rundown.
It wasn't, but good God.
My man, this is not that. My man Gilbert Arenas made a lot of money during his NBA career. Right?
Yes, he did.
He made a lot of money. The one thing, look at who calling me back.
Now pick.
Dio.
What's up, Will?
Man.
Pick.
Listen,
He's so ratchet.
are you seeing this money that they passing out in the
He's
NBA
ratchet.
right now?
Put him on the show.
They've been doing that for years now, but I just heard that Devin Booker signed a contract for 2 years, getting like $70 million a year.
75 a year. Tell him 75.
Al said 75 a year.
Yeah.
It might be. It might.
It's crazy. Dio, listen, we're gonna have to get you on the podcast again, man. We're gonna have to bring you on the podcast again. But I had to reach out. We live right now, but you hit me back. I appreciate it.
And you ratchet.
Hit me tomorrow.
I got you, Dio. I appreciate you. All right, later.
All right.
So we're gonna get Dio back on to talk about some of this crazy NBA money that they're passing out.
But hold on, let even after people leave the NBA, y'all know what well, you know, even outside of playing in the NBA, you heard about Damian Lillard?
What about him? I heard a couple things.
Weber State hired him as basketball GM.
Oh yes. To run their portion of their NIL and things like that.
Like, so we just giving out GM spots, huh?
That's what they doing.
More money.
So Gil was saying with the money that he made in the NBA, that he would not have traded in the amount of money that he had for one championship.
Hold up. He would not have what now?
He wouldn't have traded the money that he made for a championship, which I get.
I wouldn't either.
Because you get money, like money in truth.
Giving up all that money just for a championship.
In truth, the money that you make, it affects you personally, yes, but it affects your family and everyone around you. So he has provided an opportunity for other people as a result of his success within the NBA. Because you got people that, you know, were on the team and they got a ring. I don't know what happened to Al. They on the team and they got a ring, but they ain't ever play. They ain't contribute. That type of stuff. His stardom, the money that he made, the stardom, whether it's good publicity or bad.
But that's Gil. But Gil would have been a star. So whatever team that Gil played for, where he would have won a championship ring, he would have lived in that community forever.
Your assumption.
That's your
assumption.
That's not. You can't say that way.
Okay, because there's a lot. Like look. Okay, we all three of us watched basketball in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
There were some players in the 90s, we know them, but they were overshadowed by bigger stars on that team.
First off, the only person that won titles in the 90s, well, Michael Jordan.
Michael, and then when he retired, he left 2 years for the Rockets.
But what I'm saying, Pig, is that the publicity or the position that he had or that he has solidified within the NBA may not be the same. I mean, you have some, it may not be the same in truth, because you're talking about Michael Jordan, but look at the people who played on that team that if Michael Jordan wasn't on that team, they would be the superstar.
Okay, so Scotty still gets love in Chicago.
He gets love, but he's not the number one.
Not Michael Jordan.
When you think of Chicago, the Chicago Bulls in the 90s, the first person almost everyone thinks of is Michael Jordan.
But look at who we're talking about. We're talking about Michael Jordan. Right?
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about that person's position and how they solidified their image within an organization. If Gil went somewhere and just so he can get a ring, his position within that organization.
What I'm saying is Gil here in when he played for the Bullets, Agent Zero was the man.
He was.
If he would have brought a championship to The DMV.
Oh, that's different.
So
but that's
pick.
different.
I'm thinking, and I think Owl's the same way. I'm thinking you're saying go somewhere else and not
No,
get the money that he made
Oh,
No.
just for a ring.
That's what you said.
I'm saying,
That's the way
and
you
that
said it. He would give up that money for that he wouldn't give up that money for a ring.
yeah, because I'm saying because Gil's
If he didn't want
Gil's
to ring in Washington.
if he don't want to ring in Washington,
I mean,
Well, he already had the
he
money.
would be immortalized, but
he would
okay.
be immortalized, right? He'd be immortal. If you think about that when it comes to football, right? When you think about that when it comes to, and that's a bigger roster.
Well, we
That
can't.
is
I'm gonna keep it real. We
huger
can't use
roster.
Gil. We can't use Gil for this, and the reason why I say that is because Gil is immortalized in DC, but for something completely opposite of winning a ring. So I don't feel he's the right person to say that, because you can't say all the money I make, I would never
But
give that
those
up.
are Gil's words. That
Right.
was his
I
words.
know, but I'm saying he's the wrong person to say that, because had you not done what you did, who's to say we wouldn't have won a ring?
Well, that's
You
true.
see what I'm saying?
If John Wall would have brought a title to Washington, John Wall, Bradley Beal, Paul Pierce,
Yeah,
right?
That's a great trio.
That would have been. Who else was on that? Antoine. No, Antoine Jameson wasn't on that team, but they were pretty deep. That team was loaded with Paul Pierce.
Yeah, that team was loaded when Paul was here. Yeah,
That's
when they went to the second round of the playoffs.
It was one of the better Washington teams.
It was one of the better Washington teams, right?
That's like I said, they went to the second round of the playoffs. They were pretty good,
right?
And who was the big man at the time?
I don't. But there's 6 man on that squad.
I was at a lot of those games. But
was JaVale McGee there then?
Yes, JaVale McGee was there then.
Yeah, McGee was there, but I can't remember who was our big man.
I want to say. I think JaVale McGee was coming off the bench. He was.
No, I think he was starting at center, but I thought, who?
No, who was it?
I'm on the internet now.
I remember we were at the game. Like, I'm thinking of me and my son being at the game, and somebody dunked, but I can't remember who it was. And whoever it was somebody that this is bad because my son he was really young. That had to have been like 10, 15 years ago. Like at least 10. It was about 10 years ago. Because he'll be 19.
Team, right?
It's who?
Paul Pierce was on that team, right?
Yeah, Paul was on that team. God. That's not who it was, Cuzzo.
John Wall. When Paul Pierce was there, Marcin Gortat.
Gortat. That's who I'm thinking of. Like, he
was there 2014. Let me look at that roster.
John Wall, Bradley Beal, Paul Pierce, Otto Porter, and Martin
Porter. That's what I was thinking of. Yep. Porter and Gortat. So
he got paid off that year.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, I was at all.
Butler. That was with Butler on that team.
Yeah, you're right. He was there. But so what that team was amazing. And because of the way that team operated, and because John Wall and Bradley Beal are still beloved people here in this area, we know that they left as a result of they left. The team decided to have them leave. It wasn't that they did something to their demise. So I feel like Gil saying that is not the right person to say that, because
they had that team. When I tell you that team was loaded, they had the team had Nene on it, Will Bynum, Drew Gooden.
But real talk, Al, this team went to this team went further.
I was there. I
was at all.
Otto
That's
Porter,
when
Rice Jr.
That's when Verizon was jumping.
Right, but look, Al, the picture I told Pick to put up, that was from the second round of the playoffs. And so my thing is, I get what Gil was trying to say. He getting a championship isn't everything. I just wish somebody else would have said it.
Right.
I get it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, winning a championship does immortalize you.
Absolutely,
it does. But for your family, that money, because you're creating that generational wealth.
Absolutely.
So unless that championship puts more money in your pocket, which it does sometimes, unless that championship is putting more money in your pocket, it's not necessarily a factor. And there are some people throughout the history of sports that got lots and lots of money with no championship. Look at one particular quarterback who likes to navigate through the NFL, collecting checks left and right, and he did nothing.
It's funny. I still have my American Express card with my name on it for Gilbert's birthday party. With the little, remember the tickets was there. It was an American Express card with Gilbert Arenas' face on it. It's so funny. I still have this at my mother's house. I saw it the other day, and it was like, wow, where does this even come from? But that's what Gil did for the city. That's what he'll always be known for, having the best birthday party ever, and one of the best birthday parties.
One of.
But that was damn love. That was a good time that night.
You said down love. That
Man.
I know, but I'm saying all because they closed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Some speaking of champions,
Dallas Cowboys what?
That's not what he said.
If JD5 delivers a championship and on this rookie contract, Al will literally lose his mind, which is probably the best thing that we could possibly.
I'm gonna tell you, it don't matter if he on a rookie contract or anything. If as soon as they say our NFL Super Bowl champion is, and they say the Washington.
Al going to the parade.
If they say that, I'll start watching football for a whole year.
No, you really won't, Al. You going to the parade?
I will. Okay, I'll make this bet with y'all. I gotta get something in return. If y'all win a Super Bowl, I will go with each and every one of y'all to the parade in Redskin paraphernalia.
Ooh,
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I know it ain't gonna happen.
Before the season starts. Oh my God.
I can't wait.
Ow.
It's on tape. That's how confident I know I ain't gonna have to wear it. I'll let you all pick my outfit.
Ooh, child.
Ow, I can't wait.
I will have you in the tackiest burgundy and gold. It's gonna have lights on it.
I can't wait.
Bruce, right? Bruce said he won't be there for that. But
Bruce said I want to be there.
Al, just keep in mind that a lot of people. You just heard Antoine say it, and a lot of people say it, that this team has the ability.
Let me tell you something about that, lady, and you know this to be true. When a lot of teams bet on the same teams, that bet usually falls through.
Okay, but you do realize you're talking about a team that was literally one game away from the
what do I give my team?
Rookie year.
I got us going further this year than y'all.
You said that last year, Al. That's mean.
I got some bad breaking news for you right now, Al.
Why you living in the past?
I mean, it's the truth.
I'm just saying, why you living in the past?
History will repeat itself, Al.
Moving forward.
History can repeat itself. You know that.
So I need to get something in return. I'm not going to be putting my. I got a lot of people that know me out here, and you know that. You know what I'm saying? So I put a bet out here that
I don't even know why you did that. Like
you did that unsolicited.
You're not going to win.
Right, we didn't even say anything to you. We just said that if we win the Super Bowl,
you said win a Super Bowl champion. I said if y'all do that, which ain't gonna happen,
you're gonna lose your mind. We already said that's what we said. If we win the Super Bowl, you're gonna lose your mind. I said that, you in turn.
Al, let me
how much I know it ain't gonna happen.
I got a question for you, Al. I got a question. Is like your whole family Cowboys fans?
No, Mom. I'm one of the, well, my mother.
No, I'm talking about in your house.
Right, Bruce.
In my house right now, all of us. Wife, kids, yes.
That's because let me say something.
It's gonna be fun for your wife to dress you up.
I'm gonna tell you right now. He probably told them you cannot eat unless you say. And so what the kids gonna do? All right.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna say where to start.
I'm really gonna ask your wife to record you getting dressed up to come down to this parade. I'm gonna ask her.
It ain't gonna happen, Pig. Y'all ain't winning.
Okay, listen, Al. I can't wait. Oh my God! I'm. Oh man,
I'm
lady,
gonna
hey,
tell
this is
you
gonna
right
be
now,
great.
Al. We didn't even try to make a bet. We didn't talk no trash. We just said if we won,
y'all said y'all going to Super Bowl. That's what y'all said.
No, that's not what we said. We said if we go to the Super Bowl and win, you gonna lose your mind.
And I said it ain't gonna happen.
And
And I
then
said
you
I'm
said
so
if
confident
y'all
that it won't
win,
happen.
you had to
I'm
go
so
be all
confident
big and
that it
bad.
won't happen that if y'all were to win, I would go to the parade with y'all and let y'all dress it. Is that
Yeah.
any clear for y'all?
I got
That
a
I
hoodie
let
for
y'all
We
you.
know
heard
it
you
ain't gonna
loud
happen?
and clear. You just said it again.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we
Woo.
have this on
Bruce
record
Glass, the
and
clip
stand by.
is
Because I'm gonna
fake.
tell you right now, Al, if we even go to the championship again, the NFC championship, I'll be like, hey, Al.
Clip it all. There it is.
Hey,
There it is.
Al.
There
And you
it
know
is.
I will. I'm gonna be
I'm
the
gonna,
first one.
I'm gonna have Miss Ports. I'm gonna be like, hey Al, just go and get Miss Ports ready. Just tell her
I'm
to go
like,
to the nearest
hey,
Walmart and start
Al.
picking up stuff. I'm gonna give her the credit card.
I'm gonna say, hey, Al, what size shoe you wear? Because we're gonna get you some
11,
burgundy and gold.
11. Put me in some burgundy. Nothing. I'm gonna have the same blue and silver Nikes that I'm gonna have on every other Sunday. I'm not
I'm
listening.
telling
to
you.
y'all say.
Can't
Because
wait.
Al, this we had a rookie quarterback and we were one game away from the Super Bowl. I
Man,
understand that
Hey,
you
listen.
don't believe that we will go to the Super Bowl and win. I get that.
thank you,
However,
Bruce Glass. Give me an offer. This is the important question.
she
Here-
said
here you go.
somehow wins.
I ain't worried about. I don't care how you put it. I need something for my. I've offered
I
y'all.
wear a
the world.
blue shirt.
Nah, we ain't doing that. Kick rock, man. I'm not listening.
I'm just saying, Al,
Hey,
you
if
jumped out there.
you
You
jump, hey,
jumped
listen,
out
Al, I'm gonna
there.
tell you what. If Dallas wins, if Dallas somehow
Okay, this is what I
wins,
want. This is what I want.
I'm gonna wear a blue shirt.
I ain't gonna make you go to the stadium. This is what I want. If we were to, as Bruce Glass somehow win a Super Bowl, I want the first Redskin Cowboy game in Washington to go to that game with both of you all in Dallas jerseys.
Why would I want to do? I'm allergic.
That's fair.
so
That's fair.
sick.
That's
I'm
I'll be
allergic.
so sick.
You do know that, right? You
I'm
want me
saying
to
that's what
break out in hives?
I
Al?
know. I will give
What
you
is
some.
wrong with
I will
you?
give you some Benadryl. Come on.
I don't think I will be able to make it.
Don't worry about it. Listen.
Look at this. Ow, I'm legit. Pick. Remember what I said before the show? Ow, I am really nauseous right now.
Don't worry about it. How
Okay,
you
Al.
think that's fair? Don't
I
worry
am
about it. I'm
nauseous.
so confident that not gonna happen. I'm not worried about it.
My stomach
It's a
hurts.
thought, Al, for me
I
to
get it.
put that. So I like the color blue.
Mm-hmm.
However,
When
I
you
got,
mix it with
it's
silver,
blue
I got some
with
fly
that
stuff for you.
with that like that little star, because I
Fly and
feel like
toucan and stuff.
I'm a 5-star girl, and so 1 star just doesn't make any sense. It
Don't
doesn't.
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Al, I
It's
got you though.
dust up. It's
I
dust
got you, but I mean somehow if somehow,
up.
as Bruce Glass said, if somehow
Uh-huh.
the Cowboys go from worst to Super Bowl heroes,
He said worse.
Mhm.
That was shade. That was a lot.
ooh,
But I am nauseous. Right
I'll
now.
take the trek up there
Like,
to.
I am nauseous right now.
I'll make it.
Don't worry about it.
I'll take the trek.
Good.
And it's crazy because based off of the team structure, based off of
Oh boy.
last season, it's like our team is a little more likely to win. Sorry.
Guess what, lady? Eh?
Okay. Ooh, now that portion of the show is over with. Thank you, Al, for jumping out of another airplane for us.
You really did. I was like, where's this coming from? But okay, let's go with it.
Al always jumps out of
Burgundy and gold
airplanes
lights
without
for you.
parachutes, man. I swear. He's a stunt man.
Call me the Tom Cruise of the show, baby.
Oh boy.
I wouldn't say that.
Please catch up with us on Saturday as we recap
Yes.
some of the preseason games. What went right, what went wrong. We'll see if there were any survivors from the Cowboys game.
Dang.
Yeah, we got you. We got a walking what's it called? A walking sick ward over there. But go ahead.
And on Tuesday, we will have C. Wall joining us to give us the latest and greatest from New England, the practices, the joint practice, which happens tomorrow, the preseason game. She'll give us a recap on that from Friday. and catch us up on any news and notes that happens
Don't Terry be
on
traded.
Sunday, Monday, and that Tuesday morning with the Washington Commanders. They will be switching to more of a regular season type practice next week.
Yeah.
As they transition, getting closer to the regular season. So stick with us there. When you get with us on Tuesday, I'll catch you up on what's happening the following week. We got a lot of good things happening. We look forward to seeing you all back. Al, man, thank you for jumping out of that window with us, man. Oh, man. We cruised real good at 30,000 feet, man.
I'm
Man.
not worried.
You should feel horrible.
You know, it's a bet that you know you'll never have to pay. That's what it is.
That's
Right.
not.
I got you. Hey, all white party, August 31st, Al.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. All right, man. Lady A, thank you for your new job. You did an awesome deal. You did an awesome job with it.
Where my money?
Look forward to your
Check in the mail, girl. Check in the mail.
looking forward to it. You're awesome. Awesome,
Yes.
man.
So I'm gonna probably call you, if not tonight, then tomorrow.
Yes, we're still doing the fantasy. We're still doing the fantasy. So we need to link up, Cuzzo. So yes, call him, call me, so we can figure it out. Okay.
I'll do it.
So we really still need to get that going and get it flowing so we can put that out hopefully Saturday. All right.
Yep.
Hopefully on Saturday. Okay. We'll be here in a second. So as we go, shouts out to my son, United States Air Force, First String Podcast, second to none. Come get some. Yo, y'all know what Santa say. He gonna say, "Go Dogs." Ow, put that cup down.
How about him, baby?
No, that's ugly.
Man. Y'all know what I say. Raise hell.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. 'Cause it's time for the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast Show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cash. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in.